Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. I'm Kamchak Fisco. Come join me for a creepy adventure. February 6, 1922. Diary of Jack Walters.
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston.
6 months before we're in the institution.
But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it. Probably brought on by acute mental stress.
Or interdimensional aliens, just a thought.
I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor.
Poor bastard.
When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed.
That's comforting.
The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study.
What?
I maintained a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be. Return to normal life has been a painful process.
I would imagine.
In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection.
That's not good.
I am beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I've told no one else.
Yeah, the freaky aliens. That would be the last thing you'd remember.
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
So I'm guessing we left the police force when the other personality took over. If we were traveling non-stop. You put it in the trash can? You really don't want anything to do with that.
What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Brian Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
Shadow over Innsmouth, that's the name of the book.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham.
The book.
I'd like to
remember.
see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
It's a hell of a reason to take the job. Okay. I mean, considering you're obsessed, I guess it wouldn't hurt to get your mind focused on other things. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National grocery store chain. It appears that the First National grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I've been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson gave him a job as a favor. Burnham is looking like a prime suspect for the robbery, but there are a few things that don't add up. Not to Anderson and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry into a store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register, and the combination to the back office safe? To misdirect any investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighboring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there's a superstitious tale of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They're of mixed blood, so the stories go. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Usual Hicktown prejudice, no doubt. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place and wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. Feels good to have a purpose after 5 months of trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I've had a case in so long. Yeah, I mean, aside from the amnesia, it's probably been 5 months since you worked on one. Once again, I'll pause this to read it because it goes so fast on the load screen. A visit to an old town. I do not expect the reader to believe what I am about to relate. Any sane mind would reject such a fantastic tale. And yet I do not know which would be worse, for my story to be the truth, or for my mind to be capable of imagining such things. February 7th, 1922. Innsmouth.
Driver, how far to the stop?
Almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. We don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefer it that way. Not many come to Innsmouth.
But what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own.
I think it's interesting how different the foreigners and the locals say it. The locals say Innsmouth, while foreigners call it Innsmouth. The statue's missing a head.
This is it, stranger. End of the line.
You could have worded that a little better, I'm just saying. Thank you for the ride? Well, here's the hotel. You have a lovely day, sir. We can go straight into the town, or straight into the hotel, or we can poke around.
Could you direct me to the First National grocery store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
So the,
Chit-chatting to him's gonna get me no place fast.
yeah, pretty much. Let's try talking to some of the locals.
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Stop your pestering with questions.
Okay, friendly town. Excuse me, sir. Can I have a moment?
I'm looking for Brian Burnham.
Stop pestering me, stranger.
I don't think we're going to get an answer out of the locals, just saying. Well, here's the store.
It's a variety store, and it's closed.
Oh, we're not getting in the front door. Excuse me, officer.
That way's blocked by a police line.
Can I talk to you, officer?
Excuse me, Constable. Jack Walters.
Ropes. Alien ropes. What you want?
Could you help out a stranger to this fine port?
Are you being funny?
No.
No, not at all. I'm after directions to the First National. I hear they have a store in town.
Innsmouth don't take too kindly to them from out of town. Get lost, stranger.
And no, this isn't an art style that people look like this. This is literally how
that fellow was just stringing me along with a lot of nothing about nothing.
This is how the locals look.
It's locked. It's locked.
Whoops.
It must lead to the back of the variety store.
That was an odd glitch. So we're not getting in there. Okay, what the hell is this? Esoteric Order of Dagon.
It won't budge. Seems this grandiose structure is the Esoteric Order of Dagon.
Yeah, that's one of the gods in the H.P. Lovecraft universe. So, can we go back here? This is a police line, do not cross. I think there's a guard patrolling here. We can go back later. I think we do want to go to the hotel. I think we want to go first, but I'm not sure, honestly. Kind of want to poke around a bit.
It won't open.
I think going to the hotel might actually move the story forward, so we might want to save that until last. It's been a while since I played it. I don't remember the order of things. I roughly know how it goes down, but not the order in which it happens, so hopefully I don't screw up and move anything forward I'm not supposed to. But we can poke around and try to get some answers. That is something we can do right now. Lady, can I help you? You're the first woman I've seen.
Evening. The name's Jack Walters. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Miss will do for now. Welcome to Innsmouth, Mr. Walters.
Thanks, I think.
Take my advice. Do what you must and then leave. Tonight. This port does not cater well to visitors.
Yeah, I've noticed.
While I appreciate your concern, miss, I can handle lousy hospitality.
Very well, Mr. Walters.
Hello again.
Mr. Walters.
Look, miss, I only want a conversation. There's no harm in that, right?
There's plenty of harm. It's not wise to be seen gossiping with outsiders.
Lovely.
How about playing dumb for a few minutes?
Wow.
No.
Well, we're not going to get anywhere talking to her right now, so
She's too frightened to talk to me. But this lady knows something.
Obviously. She's the first normal-looking person we've seen in town, so that kind of confirms that it's not an art style. The locals
It won't budge.
look different. So, yeah. They all seem to have kind of buggy eyes and unusual facial features. There's a reason for that. Local gas station? Nothing here. There may be points where I'm speeding up a lot of the moving around just because there's a lot of backtracking and moving around that nothing happens and there's no conversation. So I'll just kind of zip along those parts so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me walk forever. Because that can get tedious and boring. The local drunk seems like a good place to get information.
With a good windpipe in early in the Towlands Gallants Mass. Ah, my boys, these are the joys.
What is wrong with him that he's peeing like that?
Who love a life in the tempest.
That's not how a body urinates. Okay.
When the driving rain of the hurricane puts the lights of the lighthouse out, and the growling thunder sounds his gong, and the whirlwinds battle out. Ha ha! Do you think that's the valiant shrink? No, we were bold and brave, and we loved the fight in the wild midnight, in the storm of the mountain waves.
Interesting song, fella.
Creak and
A seedy-looking bar called The Garden.
There's lightning,
Unfortunately,
young
it's shut.
blast.
Sorry, buddy, they're
How
closed.
to leave what? Who's that there? Oh, can you spare a few pennies, young mister? I can give you something for your generosity.
Who are you?
Zadok, that be my name, though too few years it now. Zadok Allen.
You know a Brian Burnham?
Just a young'un. Worked over the store. He's gone. Killed, I reckon.
Killed? What makes you think that?
Them's from out of town running a store. Taking business from the Order of Dagon. They'd not accept that.
What else can you tell me about this port?
You just bring old Zadok a bottle of something nice, and old Zadok will fill your ears.
That sounds like a fair deal. You look like an old salty sea dog, but you at least look normal, so you probably have some information for me.
The old drunkard knows something. I don't think it would take much to get his tongue wagging.
No, just a bottle of something from somewhere. Probably the store, but we can't get in right now, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy them. So you all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, queue up a video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below, and please remember to tag that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.